Most guys think that a red flag in a relationship has to be something painfully obvious and loud. The average crowd out there believes that if a woman is truly toxic, she is going to show it by screaming at a waiter on your very first date, or aggressively throwing things around when she gets mad. Bro, if the game were that simple, there wouldn't be millions of men completely drained and driven into the ground. The brutal truth is, the most dangerous red flags wear a disguise of total normalcy. They are quiet. They are subtle. They do not look toxic, and they do not look scary. They look like those moments where you quietly tell yourself, maybe I am just overthinking this, maybe she is just really stressed out, or maybe I just need to be a little more patient and understanding. And because you are a fundamentally good guy, because you naturally want to see the absolute best in the people you care about, you start rationalizing the disrespect. But inch by inch, these invisible red flags are slowly draining your masculinity, chipping away at your confidence, and completely poisoning your inner peace. Listen to me. Today, I am pulling back the curtain on exactly 5 subconscious psychological red flags that are manipulating you. If you see these patterns, you need to pull the plug. Let's get into it. Let me keep it 100% real with you for a second. I am not standing here judging you, because I have fallen into this exact same death trap myself. I once loved a woman and constantly ignored the sinking feeling in my gut. I used to lie awake in my bed at 2 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, my chest heavy with anxiety, torturing my own mind. Why do I always feel so on edge around her? Am I just being too sensitive? What am I doing wrong? I was living in the delusion that if I was just stable enough, if I was just a little more accommodating, and if I just loved her enough, I could single-handedly fix the toxic dynamic of the relationship. I stayed and I endured it. Not because I was a pathetic weakling, but because I actually cared. But my brother, here is the harsh reality you need to burn into your brain. Stop. Look right at me. You can never, under any circumstances, love someone into respecting you. Respect is built on power and solid boundaries. If your stomach drops or your chest tightens at any point during these next few signs because it reminds you of someone, you need to wake up immediately. Let's step into the very first crack in the foundation. The time disrespect pattern. I am not talking about a genuine, one-off emergency because life happens. I am talking about a calculated psychological pattern of delay. Picture this scenario. You plan the perfect date for 7 o'clock at night. You clear out your entire schedule. You leave the office early. You carefully iron your shirt, and you are standing there, completely ready to lead the interaction. And then at exactly 6:30, your phone buzzes. It's a quick text. Hey, running a bit behind, can we push it to 8? What do the boring NPC nice guys do? They reply in 0.2 seconds. Sure, no problem at all, take your time. You do it because you want to be the chill guy. You desperately want to avoid looking controlling or demanding. 8 o'clock rolls around. She is still rushing. She finally shows up at 8:20. If this happens once, it is a mistake. But when this happens 3, 4, 5 times, subconscious psychology is at play. From her perspective, her internal wiring screams that her time is a highly valuable asset, while your time is an infinite, free resource that she can just casually spend. You swallow your irritation because you are terrified of starting a fight. But your act of waiting teaches her an incredibly dangerous lesson. It teaches her that this guy will always wait. A high-value man never tolerates this. You need to understand that when a woman constantly treats your schedule like a rough draft, she is subconsciously showing zero respect for the man who made it, and zero respect for your mission in life. Once you surrender your boundary of time, she moves on to the second boundary, a psychological game that is far more brutal. The pocketing illusion. This specific dynamic will completely scramble your brain. When you are in private, when it is just the two of you inside your car or alone in your apartment, she is an absolute angel. She is warm. She is affectionate. She holds you tight and tells you her deepest secrets. Her body language creates this magnetic pull, making you think, wow, we really have a profound connection here. But take a slow breath. Notice what happens the exact second you two walk out that door. You walk into a crowded bar, a party, or even just the local grocery store. Instantly, the entire energy shifts 180 degrees. She actively creates physical distance. She drops your hand, and the most sickening moment is when she introduces you to someone she knows. She doesn't stand tall and say, "This is my boyfriend." She looks away, mumbles, and says, "Oh, this is Jake." The crowd of weak men will gaslight themselves by thinking, "Oh, she is just an introvert, she is just shy in public." Stop lying to yourself, bro. Look at her actions. Is she shy with the rest of the world? Absolutely not. She is laughing loudly and hugging the bartender right over there. If she is warm with the world but freezing cold with you in public, that is not shyness, that is pocketing. She is keeping you zipped up in her pocket. She is addicted to the private intimacy and emotional safety you provide in the dark, but she desperately wants to maintain the illusion of being single in the daylight so she doesn't close off her other options. Feeling like a hidden secret will slowly destroy a man's core confidence. If she is not fiercely proud to stand next to you in front of the entire world, the brutal truth is, she has no right to stand with you at all. Now that you've realized you are being pocketed in the dark, turn your eyes toward her digital world, where a third type of red flag is quietly taking root. The addiction to stranger validation. Let me be clear, a beautiful woman posting a nice photo of herself is not a crime. But bro, look deep into the pattern behind those posts. Are her posts clearly designed to invite DM slides from other men? Is she posting sad girl quotes or vague, lonely photos just to get a dopamine hit from 100 strangers asking, "Are you okay, hun?" The brutal truth is that for some people, the love and protection of one good man is never enough. They need the collective craving of a crowd to feel valid, and when you feel that pinch of discomfort, she will immediately gaslight you by saying it's just social media, it's not real life. Stop lying to yourself. It shows exactly where her value system lies. If she prioritizes the dopamine hit of stranger validation over the security of her partner, you will never find peace with this woman. That instability leads directly to the fourth red flag, a blatant violation of the relationship hierarchy. I call this getting the employee treatment while another man gets the wife treatment. Watch her priority hierarchy. She might text you that she is too tired from work to see you. But the moment her guy friend Matt or Alex calls because he's having a bad day, she's on the phone for an hour. When you bring it up, you get the standard script, "He's like a brother to me, don't be weird." But you aren't being weird. You are noticing that another man is getting the emotional intimacy that belongs to you, while you are getting the leftovers of her energy. If she guards her relationship with other men more fiercely than she guards her relationship with you, you are simply a placeholder. Attraction cannot grow in a space where you feel like you are constantly competing for the bronze medal in her heart. And here is the finisher, the fifth red flag, which turns your boundaries into a weapon against you. Weaponizing your boundaries. This is where the toxicity reaches its peak. Let's say you calmly walk up and say, "Hey, the way you were hanging on that waiter tonight made me feel disrespected." Healthy partner listens and understands. But a walking red flag will immediately counterattack. "That's just my personality. You're so insecure. Are you trying to control me?" Look at the shift. Suddenly, the problem isn't her disrespectful behavior anymore. The problem is your character defect for having feelings about it. She is making it a crime for you to react to how she treats you. When someone turns your masculine boundaries into a sin, it is time to walk away immediately. That isn't bubbly behavior, that is textbook toxicity. My brother, take a slow breath. Drop your shoulders. I want you to understand that walking away calmly is never a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate act of self-respect. You don't need to scream, you don't need to start a fire, and you absolutely never try to fix a woman who doesn't want to be fixed. You simply observe the pattern, trust your gut, and understand that your peace is the absolute priority. A genuine, high-quality connection will never make you feel drained or force you to hold your breath just to keep the peace. Real attraction feels calm, safe, and easy. Once you clear out the chaos of these red flags, you finally make room for the woman who actually belongs in your life. But how do you spot her? How do you know if a woman is genuinely healthily into you? I have prepared a deep dive into these secret green flags, the subtle, subconscious signals that prove a woman is actually falling for you. Don't let the red flags blind you. Equip yourself with the knowledge to recognize a real treasure. Click the next video right now to take full control of your game. I'll see you in there, bro.